Lieutenant General YAHANNA here, I.S.U.P.K, the original I.S.U.P.K, 1969, Body of Christ. Here's what I want to tell you, man. Now, I want you to think about something for a minute. You've been studying the scriptures. You've been watching us on tape. You've been watching all kinds of camps on tape. And as you've been watching and studying, you realize that it's coming to the point where you got to put this into action. That you need to step out there on the street and handle that work. Now, here's what happens to a ton of brothers. A ton of brothers go out there without coming through the school and learning what they need to learn. And what happens is they run out there and then they run into problems that they don't know about. And they try to get them problems answered online and calling brothers and all that, and it creates a bunch of confusion. And in many cases, it eventually chokes the truth. It look like it ain't gonna choke it now because you feeling strong, your energy's up. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. You understand? I've been doing this 40 plus years. Okay? Ask anybody my name. It's gonna all be bad, which it's supposed to be. All right? Christ said when they speak all manner of evil against you, that's when you know you're doing this work. Do yourself a favor. Come to the I.S.U.P.K first. Learn from the original school first. Even if you think it's too militant or too this, too that, don't let anything block you from getting the pure knowledge first, straight from I.S.U.P.K. I'm saying this out of love because I'm seeing too many brothers fall. They're getting up under cats, they're getting with their clique. Bring your clique here and let your clique handle I.S.U.P.K. Because here's the deal. If your clique ain't strong enough to handle I.S.U.P.K, why would you go out on the street and get swallowed up out there? And if you feel like I.S.U.P.K ain't got it all down, then you should be man enough, you and your crew, to come to us and lay down and break bread and talk about these scriptures. Ain't no harm gonna come to you. Ain't no harm come to a man that disagree with the truth. You ain't trying to harm us, we damn sure ain't trying to harm our own. So come to the I.S.U.P.K, sit down in our classes, learn from us, and then you can make your serious decision on what it is that you're supposed to be. And I guarantee you, you're gonna realize that it was much more than what you saw on that video, man. Much love to all you warriors learning, growing, and getting ready to bust out into this work. I see you soon. Shalom, family.
Sambo.
Like Sambo.
Glenwood Road. We are here every Sunday from about 2 to 6 p.m. Come on down, get yourself some food, get yourself some clothes, bomb with us for a little bit. We just want to introduce ourselves to the community, especially here in DeKalb County. Welcome anytime. Shalom.
sisters. Listen, man, breaking news. You ready for it? You ready for it? The Lord's 57th annual Passover is going down next year. Give the Lord a hand for that. Damn right. You understand? Damn right. So now what does this mean? Okay, as a team lead, I'm looking for 10 brothers. You understand? Who want to step up for the kitchen department to serve the brothers and sisters of Israel. Specifically, newly raised troopers and newly raised officers of 50. So if you ready and you want to put in this work, make sure you get up with me on Facebook Messenger, man, and give me your details if you want to come down and do this, man. You understand? And with that, shalom. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shem Yahweh rock a thumb to my brothers. Yahweh Shemar. Allah Shem Yahweh shout to all the sisters. Listen, man, breaking news. You ready for it? You ready for it? The Lord's 57th annual Passover is going down next year. Give the Lord a hand for that. Damn right. You understand? Damn right. So now what does this mean? Okay, as a team lead, I'm looking for 10 brothers. You understand? Who want to step up for the kitchen department to serve the brothers and sisters of Israel. Specifically, newly raised troopers and newly raised officers of 50. So if you ready and you want to put in this work, make sure you get up with me on Facebook Messenger, man, and give me your details if you want to come down and do this, man. You understand? And with that, shalom. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shem Yahweh rock a thumb to my brothers. Yahweh Shemar.
That's why I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Blackwatch with Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he made man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
We don't need a black man in the White House. We need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Blackwatch. Let the show begin.
I.S.U.P.K.com is the website. Holding it down every week, Monday night. Join us every Monday night around 9 p.m. You understand? When we come up in here and get down and, you know, touch base with the world and bring this truth all the way out. You understand? Is Mike Collar with us tonight?
Not yet.
Not yet. So for tonight, just to open up, Mike Collar will be here soon. General Muhammad is off. Holding it down with me tonight, Hazayan in the building.
Yeah.
Doing his thing.
Yeah.
Also to Marah and the heavy hitting crew, you know they always come through. Officer Marah, Officer Yadiah, Officer Ibad Hayah, and Officer Mathumyar. Big shout out to them. Got to recognize them all day, every day for the work, the hard work they do. You understand? So, yeah, we on. Oh, man, everybody's in the building tonight. Numbers is all rocking and rolling. Big shout out to Princess Asa. Big shout out to Barack Wana all the way from Canada. Okay, big shout out to Taylor Prince. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to Cutthroat Hebrew. Big shout out to you, fam. Big shout out to Yak C7H. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to Tazalaya 144 holding it down. DK1 West up in the building. Katrina 8051. What's going on? U.P.K. Makwalat, man. You is a monster on this internet, man. I got to keep bringing that out. Makwalat is just a monster on the internet. You understand? Big shout out to Kayla Yabanath, Humble Gadite. Okay. Salaki, if I messed that up, big shout out to you, sis. Holding it down in the building. Not, oh man, y'all killing me. Pleasant Sister 820. Big shout out to you, Princess. Rashidab. Did I get that right, y'all? Rashidab. Big shout out to you, sis. In the building. So many more. I get everybody else as we going on down the list. So much, fam. You know what we talking about tonight. I see everybody jumped on in. We're going to open up with the movie Wicked. You need me?
Oh, we got General Mayaka.
Big shout out to General Mayaka Allah up in the building with us, man.
Hello,
So good to hear from you, General, man. Doing Can we hear you, Mayaka? Let's do a little test right quick. Give me a four count.
Can you hear me? Everybody can hear me? How about the viewers? Can y'all hear me? 1W if y'all hear me clear.
Right, right. Marah,
can you hear me, sir?
I hear you fine, Mayaka. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I hear you good.
Right. Yeah, let's get it in. So, all right, y'all heard me talk about the movie Wicked, right? And I know everybody was like, he lost his mind. How he gonna say a movie with a Hamite in it is a great movie? Well, let me tell you something. First of all, just for a second, fam, just ignore a lot of what you visually see when you watch that movie. If you look at that movie and examine it from behind the scenes, that movie is our story. That movie, Wicked, whoever wrote that movie, somebody look up the writer of the first Wicked and give me that writer's name. I wonder if it's a so-called Jew. Because if that was not written by an Israelite, then they stole it. Then Esau must have stolen it. Because that movie, Wicked, was your exact story. That was your life. That was everything that you suffered. Let me break it down. First of all, they made the black woman a whore in the movie. Remember the mother in Wicked 1? The mother had sex with the wizard before he became the wizard and got pregnant by the wizard, was having drinks, partying with the wizard. They made her out to be a whore. And then when the daughter was born, she was born green. And her being born green was really representative of her being born black. What they were in essence saying is that the wizard was black. The black woman is a whore, having sex with black men and bringing forth black children, and that those children that we bring forth are a bunch of wicked children. But yet in the movie, they showed how this so-called wicked child was in essence righteous. There was, if you watch it first time out, and they go step by step by step, breaking down Gregory Maguire. Big shout out to Tazalai 144. Gregory Maguire wrote the book Wicked. Okay. Now, Maguire, I'm assuming that's like an Italian, an Irishman or something. Okay. Maguire. Well, if he wrote that book, he must have either been studying the Bible or he stole it. Or maybe I'm just naive, because somewhere I believe that these Edomites totally know our story and totally know the end of them is destruction. Because that movie, without a doubt, was your life. And remember how the white girl who was rich in the first movie befriended her. The white girl befriended her. And as the white girl befriended her, the white girl tried to get her to be like her. Remember early in the movie, she had her dress up like her, talk like her. If you haven't seen Wicked 1, the first one before this new one, I haven't looked at this new one yet. I'm gonna go check this one out. But if you haven't looked at it yet, you know, get a chance to check it out. But if you haven't looked at Wicked 1, you got to go check this book out. If y'all got any history on this Edomite who wrote this book, bring it out. You got to ignore a few things to understand the story. You got to ignore that they had a Hamite play the role. You got to ignore that. The Hamite played the role, but the Hamite was representing Israel. You got to ignore them making her green. They made her green to throw you off, to make it not so obvious that this was a racial story. The story was totally racial. And what it was about was you trying to rise to a higher position in Esau's kingdom. Remember, she went to college, and when she went to college, the wicked witch Moab decided to use her and bring her, into the witchcraft. But she was righteous the whole time and looking at the injustice the whole time. You understand? And as the story progressed, they went all into how they were persecuting the animals, because in this fictitious kingdom, the animals could talk. Who were the animals? The animals was representing all the other tribes. That's who the animals were. The animals was all the tribes who were, part of the kingdom. And then they decided, you know what? To motivate our people, let's gather up the animals and get them the hell out of here. Okay, U.P.K. Makola says, Slaki, I don't want me if I'm wrong, but I came across an article saying he is Irish Catholic. I figured that. Born in 1954 from a family in Albany, New York. Let me tell you something. That story he wrote, brother, I don't know if the Catholic Church gave it to him or who gave it to him, but that story is the exact story of your life. Let me go on. So you might be on it, Makola. Okay. I'm not sure what you mean, Archie, but clarify for me. Anyway, let me go back to it for a second, fam. So she's in there. So she's trying to rise in their kingdom. Remember, she's going to college and all that. And it shows you how the Edomite, who's pretending to be her friend, is at every turn trying to lower her. And that's for all you Negroes who have joined Esau, thinking by joining him, you're going to rise. A ton of us then went out and joined the ICE people, got that bonus, and you locking up your very own. I don't even understand a Latino seeing the racism coming straight out of ICE. ICE is not locking up Africans. ICE is not locking up Afghanistanians. ICE is not locking up any Edomites from anywhere. He ain't locked up a single Ukrainian. When more Ukrainians came to Chicago than Latinos, yet no Ukrainians are locked up. And that's what the mayor was trying to say when he came up against them. So kudos to that brother for being strong enough to come up against them. But back to the story. So in the story, she's trying her best to come up and come up and come up. Finally, they promise her a shot at the kingdom, to go see the wizard, to join Esau's kingdom. And brother, she goes to join Esau's kingdom. And the minute she goes all the way to the top of his kingdom, she immediately finds out she's the chosen. That little book of spells that he had on the stand, that was the scriptures. The Chinese woman tried to learn what the book was talking about. She couldn't learn what the book was talking about. Israel had to decipher that book. If there's any nation out there teaching the Bible, they need to stop immediately, because you're not authorized. You don't know the Bible. You're not authorized to teach the Bible. You teaching lies on the Bible. The world is in confusion because you are the wrong person bringing out the scriptures. He brought it out in his movie. That Edomite was going to tell, he might have mixed it up with a whole bunch of other stuff. And what's sad, okay, if I could, for those of you that's watching this show, and especially those of you in the UPK, okay, yeah, I.S.U.P.K, you have it right. She was despised also by her own peers for being green, the way you're despised when you go to Harvard and Yale for being black. Remember, the green is the black skin. That's why they put so many black people in the college. If you notice, when she was going to college, it was almost as many black people as there was Latinos. Why? Because they had to throw your mind off. They didn't want you to realize that the green is the black. And she was persecuted in that. And so here we go. So they're going on. She's going through the college. Then she gets to go to the kingdom, right? She get to go to Emerald City. And here's the sad part. She get to go to Emerald City. She's on the train. And the first thing she does is tell the Edomite, come with me. Come with me. An Edomite that was full of ambition, trying to lower her, gave her a cot to sleep on while the Edomite was filled with riches. She gonna go and tell the Edomite, come on with me to the Emerald City. And brother, when she got to the Emerald City and saw their power and their splendor, she ran with it for a minute until she realized, she asked the wizard, and then she realized the wizard did not have the power. The wizard could not fix anything. The wizard could not strengthen the other tribes. Then remember, she cast a spell on the monkeys. The monkeys grew blue wings like angels and flew up in the air. First, looking at her as an enemy, but realizing later they had power to fly. And you hear it in the movie, the Edomites saying, oh, good, they powerful. We could use them to control the sky. But that was not to be. They wanted to control this. These Edomites was going to destroy us to control the whole world, to bring their people together in strength. Sound familiar? Just like today. Just like what's going on today. They're trying to bring their people together based on the hatred of us. The movie was very powerful. And you want to hear talk about a powerful moment? One of the most powerful moments in that movie was, if y'all remember, those of you that saw part one, if you remember when she rose up, remember when she was trying to get away and they threw her off the ledge and she was falling. And when she was falling, she saw her image against the glass, and her image was telling her, reminding her of who she was, reminding her that she was not one of them. It was like the Lord reminding you that you are not one of the other nations, man. Blacks, Latino, Native Indians, you the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel, the Lord's most precious people, man. The Lord's most special people. And it just burned me when I watched the movie, because first of all, I had no intention of watching the movie. But big shout out to Ahmad Yashar. Ahmad had us all over, you understand, over the weekend. Big shout out to Amawana, you understand, cooked us some amazing meals. So we over there just hanging out with him and his kids and the rest of the extended family and all that. And they decided to throw the movie on. I'm just sitting there, I'm working on the computer, and I wasn't even planning on, and I started looking, and I looked up at this movie, and I started saying, oh, snap. What the hell is this? In the beginning, I thought it was a movie I was saying to myself, oh, this looked like another movie to just trash Jake. You know what I mean? The way they was persecuting her in the beginning, I said, oh, this is just another movie to make Jake look bad. But that was not what the damn case was, because they eventually changed it and let you know she was going to rise to the top. Brother, when she went off that balcony, that joint was a moment in that us as a people will fall to our death, and then realized who we was in the beginning. And brother, when we realized who we were, she rose up. And if you check it out in the first movie, when she rose up, she began to sing. She put her arms out in the air and she began to sing. And when she began to sing, the whole damn kingdom exploded and caught on fire. And she flew off. Like, that was you. That was you. You are the problem in their kingdom. Every day they work to oppress you in their kingdom. Every day they intend to guide your growth to a certain limit as long as you're still under them. But in the end, you're going to rise above their kingdom. And in essence, from prophecy, destroy their kingdom. So it might look now like these 12 tribes is under persecution. Brother, you're not under no persecution. And make no mistake, that this movie is not any biblical prophecy. But he took the story that was already in the Bible about your life and future, and he took that story and turned it into a Disney movie. And I'm sure they made a quadrillion of dollars off of this movie. I'm sure they made a ton of money off of this movie, because it's an amazing story. Okay. Even though it's called Wicked, because that's us in their kingdom. And even and once again, I'm giving you an overview for time's sake, because we got so many other stories. But when you watch it, you're going to see all the nuances of how they made us out to be so evil. They show you the psychological war. This movie shows you the psychological warfare that they used every day to brainwash us to not rise to the people we are, to not take ourselves first, to not trust in the Most High. It's totally in that movie as she's going to college and rising up. It's an amazing story. And she, again, destroys their kingdom in the end. And destroys their kingdom, y'all, once she gets the scriptures. When she gets them scriptures, and that's why they made the book, the Wicked book, they made it like a triangular book. The reason they made it like that, because they want you to totally not equate it to the Bible. They don't want you to equate it to the Bible, so they made it look like no other book you ever saw. And brother, she came out and rose to that power. That her is talking about us. We them children of Israel. And the hatred they have of us is the demise of their kingdom. Even though it don't look like. I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead. You was gonna jump in.
In general, when she learned the book, it was like the scripture that say, it's high time to wake out of sleep. Because when she read the book and understood it, she realized that the wizard was the devil.
Yes,
the wizard was the devil, and then they went to it. And he offered her the kingdom, so you could be here with me. We could do this and that. And she resisted and said, "I ain't down with,
No, go.
And she resisted and said, "I ain't down with this," and tried to get away. And then the wizard and that old white Edomite witch that he was with started to plot. Told the little Edomite roommate, said, "Listen, you got to convince the people and calm them down and tell them that she's evil and tell them that she's wicked and she's this and that." And then the plot began. And I saw a little bit of the second one. I got to finish. I saw a little bit, and it goes further into the cover-up. It was a full-out cover-up on how wicked and evil this witch was, and a few of them knew she was lying. The roommate knew she was lying. The guy that the roommate was trying to get knew she was lying, and they just went with the flow of the lie, but inwardly mad and angry because they know that they was the devil running this place.
Damn.
You know, so that's all I saw of the second one.
Damn. Well, we got to definitely come back again and review the second one, the things in it. Kapatazar said something heavy. He said, Salakia, the GOAT professor was trying to teach history, and they kept saying, we have to talk about the past. Why do we have to talk about the past? That's a good point. He was trying to bring that out too. It was so many nuances in this movie. I was astounded that Esau would tell that he would even understand our full story and even the righteous conclusion of our story. And brother, it was all right there. That cat wrote it down. I don't know where he got it from. I don't know if he really wrote it. I don't trust nothing Esau does. That sounded to me like somebody took the biblical story of us and rewrote it into that kind of Hollywood movie and then put that thing out. And what you're saying is so right, Maya. Like, damn, those were some nuances in there. And when she went up and sung and the kingdom fell, I said, well, damn, the scriptures said they shall sing a new song. The scriptures say that. And it said what does it say? I'm paraphrasing, that his kingdom shall fall in a shout at the last trump. I might be quoting that a little off, but brother, that's exactly what they showed you in that movie. That movie was your story, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. And let me tell you something now. It is so important for us to know our story because it is the story of the kingdom of heaven. It is what the earth was made for. It is what all these prophecies are for. It is what this journey we've been on. It is what the ups and downs and captivities and freedoms and all of that has been. It is what the prophets have been through. It is why the scriptures are here. It is all our story of how we reach the kingdom of heaven. And brother, everybody should know that story. Why? Because if you know that story, you will get on that path to that kingdom. You get off of all the other bullshit, excuse my French, that they trying to fill you up with. You understand? Oh my God!
And it was also heavy.
Said it grossed. Sorry, my Aisha said it grossed $758 million. Damn! Your story, black man, Latino man, Native Indian man. Your story to the kingdom of heaven. Gross 758 million. And you know why it grossed 758 million? Because all they had to do was camouflage it with green people and goats and stuff like that and the wizard, all enough for the average person to not know it's talking about you, but to bask in the amazing glory of the story. The story is glorious. That's why it made so much money. But to tell the story, they had to tell you the story without revealing to you that it was talking about you. And they made it into a children's story. It ain't even for you. It was something to see, brother. It's like
and like you brought out earlier, General, it showed how we the chosen and we got the power of the Most High. Because I know in the second one, when they made the so-called good witch, they made her a bubble. You know, in the old Wizard of Oz, she floated down on a bubble to show she got power. But in the second one, they created this bubble. It's a little machine that she step on a button and the bubble come on and make her fly. Because the woman told her, we need to do this to show so the people think you got power. And all you got to do it, and gave her a wand to pretend to touch the bubble to make it close and go down. So she floating down thinking she got power and she magical can make this bubble appear and disappear when it's all concocted and tricks for the people.
Amazing. Amazing. So in essence, Esau is saying he gonna try to act like he got the power with his technology.
God,
you gonna use holograms and all this alien talk and all of this to make it look like he got the same power when he does not have that power. Brothers, man, I'm telling you, the kingdom of heaven belongs to us. And these Edomites, if they didn't know before, they starting to learn to know now.
They starting to get a grip on it now. That kingdom of heaven belongs to us. That's our day. You understand? That's our king. How dare they take our story, you understand, and say what they saying in that story. But I ain't gonna chastise the Edomite that much, and I'll tell you why. Because every other story never mentions us in the kingdom, and every other story really is just another story of denigrating us and brainwashing us and destroying us. At least he put it in the movie subliminally. He wasn't trying to get us to know it, but at least he put it in the movie. And brother, the day gonna come when we're gonna make our own movies of this very same story, but we are not going to hide the real characters. We are not gonna hide those characters, man. We're gonna hide, everybody gonna play who they are. We gonna play who we are, they gonna play who they are. Such a lesson to learn. Such a lesson to learn if you trying to rise up in Esau's empire. If you trying to become something great. Were you trying to chime in?
Sir.
You understand? Such a story for you to learn. Such a great story if done right for our children. Like that was a triumphant story, the wicked. But it wasn't for you to know. Well, imagine if it was done right and our babies could enjoy seeing Christ in the end destroying all of the empires that have oppressed God's chosen for so many years, that threaten to this day to wipe us out. Donald Trump this week declared that 300 and how much? 58? Almost 400,000 Haitians, he took away their status. Now, these are people that legitimately came here fighting for asylum and were here legally. This is not illegal aliens or anything like that. And he gave them like 3 months. He said like February. He gave them like 3 months to pack up their entire life and to fly back to Haiti, where they came from, or some other country if they can. And after that is more ICE roundups. Like that's what we face. And that's why those great stories are stories our children should know straight up and down. And not just them, all our brothers and sisters who don't know this story. So that in the heat of this persecution, we hold on to YAHANNA. You understand? Come on with it, Marah.
Con, sir. I got it up on the screen right now.
What do you got up there?
It says Trump administration. It says Trump administration has recently announced the termination of temporary protected status.
So they were in a protected status state. Go ahead.
For hundreds of thousands of Haitians.
Almost 400,000 from my last estimation. Go ahead.
350,000 individuals who they expected to expire on February 3rd, 2026.
We had what, December 1st? It's 3 months. December, January, that's less than 3 months. Less than 3 months, they got to totally raise their whole life up and show you the hatred. Because he was the same one talking about they were eating the dogs. Come to find out, the corporations in Ohio and stuff, them small businesses said, man, we love them out here, man. The other people are all on fentanyl. We need them to be out here working. Everybody else is on fentanyl. So we thankful that they here working. And what does he do? Kill their status and try to make them out to be a criminal. Once again, back to the movie Wicked. Remember, she was hated. The movie's called Wicked because it's about her. Why is she considered wicked? Just because they wanted to make her wicked so that they could oppress her. And I said, why are the Haitians looked at the way they are? Just so they can be hated. Just so they can be oppressed. Just so it can be justified how you treat them. Donald Trump been calling the Mexicans, come on now. The Mexicans been the greatest people up here in this U.S. along with the other tribe. You understand? And here he turned around and put in such a campaign to make them evil simply to have power over them. That was the only reason. The only reason the white girl kept on her was because the white girl wanted to be over her in the movie Wicked. And the only reason you being oppressed, stop trying to think you did something or some reason they coming to get you or some, sensible thing that maybe you missed. No, have nothing to do with that. You the wicked because they got to suppress you from getting that power and ruling the world. That's why. That's all it was. Which again, why I was so amazed that Esau put that in a movie. I better get up off it. We've been at it.
Salaki, if I could one more little part, General.
Please.
It was so heavy how they made the white girl. She was dipsy as shit. She was like a dipsy airhead running around blinking and moving her head weird. While the green one, the black one, the Israelite, she was the one, the depth. She the one had depth to her spirit and depth to her soul, and everybody saw it. But when she wouldn't conform to society, they had to go with the dipsy doodle, like Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Heavy. Give it up for General Maya. All right, so that's it for that part 1 on Wicked. We're going to go check out part 2. Even the thumbnail that they created. You see the thumbnail? How they got the Edomite whispering in her ear to convince her to be the wicked. You understand? That's exactly what they be doing to us. And why we should turn to the Lord and turn to these scriptures. You got to do like the book said, like the movie was showing. She went and found the book that they was hiding in the Emerald City. Once she got the book, she got the power. Once enough of us wake up to the Lord, you're going to see us in power by the Lord. And brother, them plagues ain't nothing to play with. You understand? When they come. You know what I mean? So that's it. So let's make a move. Let's move on. What else we got, you guys? Salaki, we died. We went on that far.
You had me have to go watch Wicked, I didn't even want to watch the movie. Now I got to go look at it now,
You right, because I would never watch the movie Wicked. I would have never in 1,000 years went to go watch that movie. Again, a big shout out to Ahmad Yashar and his rib. Amawana. We sitting in the crib with him. They hosting us. We all talking about how evil Thanksgiving is and how wicked this weekend is and all that. And then they threw the movie Wicked on. And sure enough, we blown away. Like, yo, y'all seeing what we looking at each other like, what the hell? Come to find out, it's talking about us the whole time. So you right. I know how you feel. I would have never went to go watch no movie like that. I don't even like saying I'm going to watch part 2. It feel funny. It feel a little like, you know what I mean? You're going to see that other cartoon movie, nigga? What was you doing? You know what I mean? But it was so right and heavy, I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it.
Just hearing you break it down, remind me of the scripture, Jeremiah 16:19, where it says, their fathers have inherited lies, and the thing they got is vain and don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Like how you said the wizard is holding back who the truth is, and was in the book and everything. Like they inherited lies. You know what I mean? They fathers have lied to them the whole time. You understand? But there's gonna come a time when we're gonna come back to the knowledge of the Lord and take our rightful place in the kingdom under Christ, the Most High in Christ. You know what I mean? So I thought of that scripture, I was just breaking it down. So it's like,
damn right. If you could read it, because what he said was so heavy and right. Mayak, was you gonna say something? I'm sorry, General.
Sir.
Go ahead, you die.
19.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16 and verse 19.
It's the 16 where it said that our father haven't heard their lies.
Shapapiak said that was a heavy breakdown, sir. I felt that way watching it. He felt that way too. You know what I'm saying? Because it was wild, it was unexpected. 16, like that is our story. We cannot lose that. We're not giving that story. We're not giving our story to somebody else. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? UPK has been the same before, now, and will be the same in the future.
That's right.
You're not changing us. You're not changing our history. You're not stealing who we were. You're not destroying the names of the brothers that founded the UPK. You're not stealing our language. Lashawan, Quadas, right, created in here. You're not doing that. You ain't changing who the 12 tribes are. You're not doing that. You ain't doing nothing to take away our story, man. That's our story. That's not going to be banned. You understand? We doing it because it's the real story. And
Damn
even
right.
though the Edomite is coming from every side trying to convince us that we wrong for holding on to that story, we not doing it.
Right.
That's right.
Out the story.
That's right.
Salakia.
And General, you know, you done taught all of us. You taught us how to be free men.
Most
You are free man. You taught us how to be free. We are free, and we ain't in bondage to nobody.
Damn right.
Understand? Esau can't come to us and change us. You fake Israelites can't come to us. We ain't got to change our story and change how we move to impress you or to be accepted by you. We stand with the Lord, and then did it many, 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 many times that they tried to kill the I.S.U.P.K. We just stood with the Lord and did what we always did and didn't change a thing and loved each other and not gave a damn about how you look at us or what you say. And we always came up on top. Why? Because we fell in the hands of the Lord. And who gonna stop that? Who gonna stop that? The water to you, sir.
Most High Christ. Why do you, Mayak, and General Muhammad, General Haas, all the generals, all the captains, all these badass new officers that's constantly coming through in the truth? Big shout out to y'all, because listen, y'all took this reign and y'all running with it and holding it down. And y'all for sure held me down, General Maya. You understand? General Haas, General Muhammad, big shout out to him. General Katham, General Q, General Shalamar. You understand? Y'all held me down. Big shout out to them as well. So damn all that. We not giving it up. We ain't changing. You not brainwashing us. You ain't gassing us. You ain't gonna have us go to some Italian like he got like he's the authentic person to talk to about this truth. We not accepting no other nations. The Lord ain't never did it. You understand? We not doing none of that. We the same since 69. We carrying the ball right on through to the Lord, on to the end. You know what I mean? And it's just straight up like that. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, damn right, John. If I could,
Go ahead.
You know, there was a video. There's a video out in Baltimore, right? And they was teaching in Baltimore where the sister said, y'all them same cats from New York back then, way back then. And we had it out on one of our websites before. Like, she recognized who we were from back in the day. They said, y'all the same ones from back in the day. And what commands you how to say it so heavy? Because we are them same cats. It ain't changed. The Bible says this, man. We're the scripture you die in the New Testament, where it says, we thank you, brethren, for the ones who, I think it's in Thessalonians. You know what I'm talking about? It says, stand fast in what you have been taught. Man, go pull that scripture for me, brother.
Did we read the one before it? Okay. Go ahead. No, go with Haas. I'll come back. I'm gonna give you your other scripture back.
Yes, sir. Come on, yes, sir. The water, sir.
No,
the water,
sir.
sir.
The water you.
You got it for me, brother? Read.
Come.
And this is going to sum up everything that Commander Junior how to say. Go ahead.
Come, sir. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 15. Therefore, brethren, stand fast.
Do what?
Stand fast.
Stand fast. Old Quaker English, stand strong. Brothers, stand strong. Plant your feet strong in this earth for this truth. You understand? How y'all say it now? I'm 10 toes down. And that terminology y'all young brothers use now out here. I'm down, I'm 10 toes down, right? Stand strong. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. And hold the traditions.
And hold the what?
The traditions.
The things that you were taught in the UPK. We ain't changing. That's why when you come into the school for the 90 days, you wear all black. You see a man wearing all black, you know, okay, he a trooper. We keeping them same traditions, man. Hebrew Academy, same traditions. You understand? The way we dress, same traditions. The way we do the Sabbath service, the same tradition. Don't nobody do it like us. Nobody. Our meat trees, the same traditions. Our war scarf, the same conditions. The name Yahawashi, the same conditions. Read.
Khan, which ye have been taught.
Which we have been what?
Which ye have been taught.
We have been what?
Been taught.
Commander YAHANNA was taught this. And guess what? He taught us. Continue.
Khan, whether by word or our epistle.
You understand it? By word or what they was taught or what the scriptures say. We are going to keep it the same and we not changing it. This is just summing up what Commander YAHANNA said. That we ain't changing. And here's the proof. When you find that videotape of that sister who said, y'all the same ones from back in the day, that's proof that we living what the Bible says right there. Any more on that? That's it, brother. All right, the water boy. It's like that's it, General. It's like it, sir.
Read the scripture, yeah, before it.
Khan, sir. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 16 and verse 19.
Yes, sir.
Khan. Oh Lord, my strength.
And Lord, my strength. Who's the strength for the nation of Israel? The Lord, man. You know what I mean? He's the one who will give you the strength to be able to do the things you do and to stand strong. Your strength comes from the Most High, not from nobody else, man. Not from the Christianity doctrine, back breakdown, all that kind of garbage. You know what this is? This is regurgitated filth that we have questioned back in the day before, and we continue questioning because it's regurgitated. It ain't nothing new. Like, y'all can't think this is something new. This is nothing new to us. This something been crushed. It was crushed in the 80s. It was crushed in the 90s. It was crushed in the 2000s. We always question it and always try to raise his head. And when we do, we crush it. Just like I just said, we crush it. Go ahead.
Khan. And my fortress.
The Lord is what keeps us strong. You know what a fortress is. It's a place you stay inside to be safe. The Lord is our fortress, man. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. And my refuge in the day of affliction.
In the day when we got affliction, things going on, we trust in the Most High, man. You understand? That's why you see us in here and we down with the Most High. We doing the Lord say do. And we are following the traditions that was originally given to us, man. We not changing nothing. We ain't changing. What we changing? Go ahead.
Khan. The Gentiles shall come unto thee.
The what?
The Gentiles.
The other nations. The other nations shall come unto us. When it says thee, it's talking about black people, Hispanic people, Native Indian people, all so-called. You are the 12 tribes, the nation of Israel. You are the thee it's talking about. A nation is going to come to us. Go ahead, brother.
Khan. From the ends of the earth.
All over the earth. This truth went out all over the earth. And everybody know and recognize, guess what? Them black people, the Hispanic Native Indians, they're the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Putin knew it. Putin was trying to be smart when he put out them pictures of the Russian icons. He know it. The whole earth know it. Go ahead.
Khan. Surely our fathers have inherited lies.
Our what?
Surely our fathers have inherited lies.
They know that their forefathers inherited lies. They understand that, man. It's the whole point of that movie, Wicked, like how Commander YAHANNA was saying. You know what I mean? The cat who did it knew who we were and knew the people who saying we not who we are inherited lies. He don't know where the lies came from. That's why he made the movie, man. Their forefathers inherited lies. Go ahead.
Khan. Vanity in things wherein there is no profit.
Vanity means nothing. And no profit, like you ain't getting nothing out of this, really. What's the point of doing all this here when God gonna come destroy you for what you did? Like, what's the point, sir? They doing all they doing, right? And the Lord gonna come destroy you for what you did. You ain't getting no profit in what you did. There's no profit in trying to hide the 12 tribe nation of Israel or the truth of who they are. It ain't no profit in that, man. You understand? That's why the Bible says your father have inherited lies. Read.
Shall a man make gods unto
was
him?
that it on verse 19? All right, the water, sir. That's it, General.
All right,
General.
next story. Give it up for General House.
Hey, General, can I get one scripture to piggyback off of House?
Please, General.
If I can, can y'all get me 1 Corinthians 13 and 11? You understand? It's heavy how, again, their fathers inherited lies and now they're full of vanity and nothing, things that don't mean a damn thing, things that like children love, but it ain't real. It ain't solid. I want to read the scripture and then just tell a brief story. If y'all got it, you can read it.
Go on, sir. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child.
Right. Children, they do childish things. Speak as children, run around doing goofy things. Go ahead.
Go on. I understood as a child.
And they don't understand life. They're children. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that eating too much candy hurt them. They don't know why you're making them not go in the street. They don't know why you send them to bed at a certain time. You understand? They don't know the things you do to keep them safe. They don't understand that they're children. Go ahead.
I understood as a child. I thought as a child.
Right. Go ahead. Which is, it's no depth. You're not seeing, you're not preparing for things. You're not making a plan. You're not taking life serious. You're a child. Go ahead.
But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
But when you grow up, it's time to grow the hell up. It's time to be men now, be women. Like I had a family member who came to a couple of classes early on, and he told me straight up that the class is just not no fun. Like reading the scriptures and the things I was breaking down to him, he could understand them and see that they was right, but it just wasn't enough fun for his life. Wasn't enough enjoyment. He used to watch Dr. York, and he knew Dr. York was a lie. He knew all that old alien crap and green people was lies and tricks, but it made him laugh. And he enjoyed that type of stuff. And that's a lot of our people hear us and hear the scriptures and hear what we say. And it just ain't no fun if you can't sin. Ain't no fun in not smoking and getting high. That's not fun. Ain't no fun if I can't chase the hoes. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no fun if the hoes can't go from men to men after the club. That's just what you do. You go to the club, get drunk, get high, find a cute guy to go lay with for the night. Ain't no fun if you can't do that, if I can't eat what I want, if I can't celebrate Christmas. Ain't no fun if I can't sit around with the family at Thanksgiving, even though it means the slaughter of my own people, even though it got an evil history. Well, maybe I'll just sit and do it for just for the family gathering. I don't care about the history, but you better care because Donald Trump celebrating Thanksgiving too. And you sitting there complaining about him and what he doing to your people, but you sit on the same night that he celebrate Thanksgiving, you call it family night. You understand? Because you're still children. That tree ain't for the kids. I don't want to deny the kids. You ain't denying the kids. You just trying to remember your childhood and how fun it was for you. Like we got to grow up as a nation because the Edomites look at us like children, man. That's why Donald Trump, the dumbest man on earth, he get up and call all of us low IQ because even to the dumbest white man, we're like children. And all we do is want to have sex and get high and then rob and steal. That's what they put out of there. So we got to grow up, man. And for those of you think the truth ain't fun, man, you come in here, lock in and change your spirit. And again, this has got to be given to you by the Lord. So if you ain't got this in you, that's because the Lord didn't give it in you. But boy, if he give you that Holy Spirit and you learn this truth and you rocking this truth, it becomes a ball. This is a wonder, the best family I've ever known, the best family I've ever heard of. It's so much fun. It's so much fun in the I.S.U.P.K. at these events. And the most beautiful thing that fulfills my spirit is seeing a new brother come in here and realizing that he's the real Jew for the first time in his life and that's who right. The devil is and the answers to getting out of this slavery in America. To see that on a brother or sister's face for the first time, brother, I go home and have a drink and kick my feet up and say, Barakatah Yahweh for Commander General YAHANNA for giving me this truth because there ain't nothing like it. So that's all I wanted to finish with. Shalaki. I yield.
Right. All right. What's your next one?
Khan, sir.
That was heavy. Yeah.
It's alarming. Michigan cop blamed too many minorities after pepper spraying 2 young black men. Then the video blew up her racist excuse.
Go ahead. Give me a little more.
Khan, sir. A Michigan police chief blamed a disproportionate number of minorities coming into the community to commit crimes to justify police pepper spraying 2 black friends within inches of their face under false accusations in August. The black men, Lonnie Smith and Mason Woods, both 22, were participating in the Michigan State University's Fall Welcome, a week-long series of events to welcome new students to the university when they were pepper sprayed and arrested by an overly aggressive cop who accused them of fighting.
Once again, just too many black people around. That's what's coming out the walls to these people. Like these people don't even like to be next to each other. They got to live by so they got to see nobody. They're the type of person, they are very estranged from the womb. They do not like family or anything. They send their kids off to boarding school. You know what I mean? They allow their kids to just act like adults from young. They unconcerned with, keeping family together in a real sense. And we come out and black people, they ready to destroy us, man. They ready to destroy us every chance they get when we come together. And really, it's fear. It's fear. Too many black people because you fear us. They fear all that they've done and are doing. Just like, they know what they're doing constantly. And they know eventually the Lord is going to. And so every chance they get, they ready to come at us like we're a criminal and a thief. That was evil as hell. You know what I mean? So too many black people in this area. So you pepper spray them. You fear us overrunning you. Yes, then that's why that's what all this crackdown is about. You getting overrun, you becoming the second-class citizen. Where was this at again? You got footage? Oh, please, let's check that out. You go be there. So who's holding him? Who's the bald head? Oh, I thought he was holding him. So he's meeting up with friends, even Edomite friends, correct? And that looks like, I'm assuming that's faculty holding the door until they can go in, right? Yeah, he playing. The guy tapping him, trying to tell him, you know, hold the door. Now they playing around. And let me tell you something. Black people should never be this comfortable around white people. That's why the cat got his hands up. Look at that. We'll never do that to whites. We'll never do that.
Oh, he got the wrong person. That cat was just standing there.
I don't want to come.
He ain't had nothing to do with nothing. And then okay, you get hit with pepper spray, it's okay. You're gonna have a reaction with the pepper spray. It's meant to burn your face. So you're gonna be like, oh man, what? It's meant to disrupt you. So of course you're gonna respond back and say something. But you had the wrong person. You cannot just come up in a crowd and start doing that. Where you get that from? Like, are you kidding me? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this here. And I'm gonna say one thing. Everybody, I say it all the time. I used to live in this life. I used to do that job. No cop around me would have done that. Because I always held myself to a certain standard. I made sure you was around me, you did the same. And I didn't care who you were. People who work with me would tell you. It could have been a sergeant, lieutenant. I just got in trouble. But I stopped a lot of stuff like that happening. They would not have done that around me. I done got in arguments in a roll call room, in a locker room, over what I did, and I wouldn't let them do certain things in the streets. Because you wasn't. It was wrong. It makes no sense. And you watch the video, like, this is ridiculous. And he even got the wrong people. That cat wasn't doing nothing. Oh, this is killing me, Joe.
Like bring back HBCUs, man.
Yeah.
Like bring that back. And you can tell them that Edomite, they got zero tolerance for us. And our lives are not that important to them. And it's why we should be taking steps, we should be taking steps to help ourselves and not falling under the hands of these so-called black organizations who were put in place by Esau in the past, who did absolutely nothing but lead us down this same road. A lot of those organizations now are coming back out of the woodwork and trying to re-recruit black people to join these organizations like the NAACP and other organizations who were really founded by white people and have never, ever, ever fixed a moment of our situation while pretending to be the fixers of our situation when they have not fixed our situation and have failed at the job. in many, many ways. And furthermore, haven't even consulted with black people about black people's problems. We are too comfortable with these Edomites, man. Them brothers was very comfortable playing around and bumping and banging around with the Edomites. These people have been the enemy to the Lord's chosen people. Why are you so comfortable with them? Why is it you can be, get into any kind of squabbles and troubles, not bearing in mind that you got an enemy? The Lord said he beareth not the sword in vain. He's looking for and let me tell you something else too, man. You know what is not taught among us? It is not taught among our young brothers and sisters, for that matter, that you are a target. Like a lot of us walk around, we mean grilling each other in the hood. But when it comes to them, you are not concerned. You are not focused when you get among them. Your whole guard goes down when you get among them. You understand? Your whole guard goes down when it comes to them. When your guard should not go down when it comes to them. You understand? Your guard should be up. Your guard should be always vigilant when it comes to them. You was gonna add something, Mayat, or you want me to go ahead?
Yeah, well, I would just again, we get around them and become like children because they learn the same lesson that our enemies learn. That we like children, and so they get around them, and it's like good. They're not mature. They think they can play games until the reality of life sets in, and these people show you who they are. Then it's 2025, and they still treat us like this. Then they minds are blown. Then their minds are blown because it's requiring you to grow up right now in this instant and stop being a goddamn child and not being aware of your surroundings and being understanding like a child. You understand? I yield, sir.
If I could, yeah. Give me Ezekiel 13:4-5 real fast. Commander YAHANNA brought out about the NAACP and all these cats trying to re-recruit and get new people in. And like he said, for what? Like, what are they doing to help us? What are they doing to preparing our children so these things don't happen? You understand what I'm saying? Like this, the cat that got sprayed wasn't even the one upset or doing nothing. He just got hit. Like, what are you doing to prepare these kids? Like how Commander YAHANNA said, we getting too comfortable. They don't know how to carry themselves. And why? It's these leaders' fault. The leaders, it's your fault because y'all not leading the correct way. And the parents are following the leaders. So if the leader ain't teaching the kids the right way, neither are the parents because they ain't got no leadership in the nation except for in the I.S.U.P.K. Now read Ezekiel 13:4. This is going to tell you why these things are going on. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. The book of Ezekiel chapter 13 and verse 4. O Israel.
Oh, who?
O Israel.
So-called black, Hispanic, Native Indians. You are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Read.
Khan. Thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert.
Thy what?
Thy prophets.
Your leaders. Religious, political, whatever you want to call it. They are like the what?
The foxes.
What's a fox? A fox is a very slick animal. You can barely catch them. That's why they have hunting things for foxes, right? They like the foxes in the desert. Read.
Khan, sir. Ye have not gone up into the gaps.
You have not gone up into the gaps. Go ahead.
Khan. Neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel.
You ain't going to the gaps and the hedges. You know what the gaps and the hedges is? It's the ghettos. It's the barrios. It's the reservations. And you ain't went down there and got these people to be right according to the Lord. That hedge is the protection from the Most High. That's only in the I.S.U.P.K. because y'all ain't doing the job. A lot of y'all know we the nation of Israel. A lot of y'all know, but y'all don't teach it because it ain't profitable for you. Y'all about that money. And you want that money. Being an Israelite ain't profitable for you. You want that profitable doctrine. That's what you want. So because of that, you ain't teaching these kids the right thing and how to act right now. How to carry themselves out in the public in the streets. You understand? So because you ain't do that, this is what's happening to the young brothers and sisters out here right now. That's what's going on. Because you failed to do your job. And because you didn't do your job, the parents ain't doing their jobs. Because the parents looking at you. But they need to stop looking at y'all because y'all done failed visibly at the job. Y'all get a flat out F for everything you did. You need to now start looking to the I.S.U.P.K. That's how you can be able to teach your kids the right way. How you going to have the Most High be a hedge over your children. come ahead and learn who you are and do the right thing according to the Lord and learn how to do the right thing. It's like, so I yield. That's it.
Damn right. Give it up. What else you got, you dad?
National Guard shooting suspect radicalized in U.S. Homeland Security says.
Go ahead. Give me more.
Colonel McCon, sir. U.S. authorities believe the Afghani immigrant accused of ambushing the National Guard members in Washington, D.C. was not radicalized until he came to the United States. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said on this Sunday, speaking on the NBC's Meet the Press and ABC's This Week, Noem said authorities link alleged shooter Ramalua Lanawal was already living in Washington state when he became radicalized. Investigators are seeking more information from family members and others, Noem said.
Yeah, a lot of people been killed around the world by the United States. Even Donald Trump admitted that. Donald Trump said we do a lot of evil things too. So a lot of people been killed from around the world, and the rivalry between nations is very high. And the opportunity is coming to pass for people to turn around and come against each other. I would not want to be an FBI agent or something like that in these times, because your job, your workload is about to get extremely high. As they go in and conquer the world and take over the earth, your job is about to get a whole lot worse. If they invade the Latino countries, Venezuela and others, you got a whole lot to deal with. After all those bodies are dead, I can guarantee you, not guarantee you, but I can probably tell you there's a lot of Afghans that's here who are here because they helped the Americans, but they got family members back in Afghanistan. And the Taliban probably over there doing harm to them family members. And they become mad and angry. You understand? This is just a speculation on my part on what it is that's happening. But the point is, give me the scriptures on terrorism. The terrorism will never stop. It will never stop until the kingdom of heaven. In the kingdom of heaven, there ain't going to be no terrorism. There ain't going to be no terrorism in the kingdom of heaven. But until the kingdom of heaven, you can expect there's going to be some terrorism. Go ahead and give it to me. What you got?
And if I can, General, please. I just happened to catch a rerun of what's that Chris Tucker movie with the Asian guy? I forget the name of it. Rush Hour Part 2. I think I watched Part 2. Okay. And there's a heavy part that I never noticed before when they caught a cab. Him and Jackie Chan, I think. Is that his name? The actor?
Jackie Chan. That's his name. Yeah.
Okay. So they got a cab, and when the cab came, it stopped. The driver said, "Oh no, I don't pick up you people. I don't mess with you people." He said, "What do you mean you people? Because I'm black?" He said, "No, because you're American. You Americans are violent, and you hurt people for no reason, and you always pick on the weak, and you never pick on nobody that's strong like you. You just pick on the weak, and you're violent for no reason." He went into the whole, like, he see what they do to black people and most people after us. And he didn't want to pick them up. They ended up getting up, but I never saw that part. I never noticed it. But he went into the evils of America, showing that these other nations, they know the evils of America. And of course, we in America, all we get is American news mostly, unless we really try to see outside of America. But outside of America, they all know that America is a bunch of murderers. The government is a bunch of murderers. And ain't no doubt that they know that Donald Trump gave the order to murder them Venezuelan brothers, on them boats. Like, they know that they are murderers and evil. It's just we the ones just tricked in America, especially the Israelites in America. We the ones living in a bubble because all they push to us is that they so great and righteous, and they smile on TV with their suits and ties, and we believe the lie. I yield, General. Sorry.
Damn right. Man. Somebody said it was Rush Hour 3, West Philly for Life, 1992 said it was the French guy in Rush Hour 3.
Okay, done.
Put that out there, and that would make sense. You understand? Big shout out to Officer Natazal Gabar, holding it down in Greenville, South Carolina. Big shout out to you out. You understand? Let me tell y'all that is a good point, because America's a rough case, man. They done kill millions of people over there. Out of those millions of people, you telling me not one of them would make it to the United States and become radical? I think not. I think you got a lot more, they look at that damn near as acceptable to them because they know how many people they killed, how many nations they took over. They know how much wealth they had to pull together to get, how much deals they made. And it's going to get worse because, of course, now the government ain't running the place no more. The CIA running it now. They giving all the power to the executive branch, and whoever sits up in that seat is going to have an enormous amount of power to do even more evil on the earth as they go around taking over countries and all that, which, of course, we know is going to lead to the Third World War.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The prophecy the Most High has said is going to come to pass as this goes down. So an Afghan thing, listen, and they should be thankful because it was an Afghan. I'd be more worried if it was a white boy. That's the one to worry about. Afghan, you act like an Afghan is a terrorist. Man, you ain't seen no Edomite. That's the real terrorist. You know what I mean? That Edomite, that one you need to be watching. I mean, once again, I got to bring up that tape Kazak Ahmad made about family annihilators. I love the word. I like the term. I like saying the term family annihilators.
Good.
That was worthy of a movie. What he brought out. You know what I'm saying? Because it was that bad. That's who you need to worry about. You need to worry about dividing your people. That's who they should worry about. And that's exactly what they're doing. Go ahead, you was going to say something?
If I could, sir, what you saying is just so heavy. Like when you said that, sir, the first image that popped in my mind is like on how evil and diabolical Esau is, and you'll never think it. There's a picture of Ted Bundy washing dishes. And he's smiling with his wife, with his families. And then somebody broke down. He killed 6 people that day.
Damn.
And it's like, damn.
And wash the dishes like it was no problem. You know what I mean? Like that's the one that Esau need to be worried about. They are much harder case, right? They are much harder case, you understand, than any Afghan and what he might do. I mean, compared to them. Even though I know, of course, they got to watch for all of them. But I know this much. You understand? The Afghans ain't gonna be rounded up, put in cages, and shipped off to countries that they never were born in based on this. With all the millions of Afghans that's here and now, you saw them C-17s flying out of Afghanistan filled with people. With so many people on them planes that there was tons of people on the ground that didn't make it on the planes. So them big giant planes flew over here with tons of people on the plane. So now what's gonna happen with all of them? I noticed I ain't hear nothing about them being rounded up, nothing about their status being cut off, nothing about them being sent back to their countries. They go and blow up. What, he shot up some people, and there's no call for them, even by Edomites, even by regular Edomites. There's no call to deport the Afghanistanians. But boy, is there a call to deport the Latino. Like, why ICE ain't being directly moved? Yeah, there it is. That's the picture right there.
It always amazes.
Go ahead, General. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it amazes me, General, every time something like this happened with them Arabs or Afghanistans or some foreign terrorists, they always got some link with the CIA and American government. Yep. They've been trained by. It's always Esau's training because he's the #1 killer. So he trains these other people to help him kill or overthrow their own regime or whatever. And then they turn on them eventually. It always got some link to him.
Right. So wait. Let me understand it, Maya. You telling me that this shooter had a link to the CIA?
Yes. He worked with the CIA over in his country.
Which means while they were fighting the war, he was on the ground helping the CIA fight the war, and probably felt bad that the Taliban won. That was probably the last thing he expected, for the Taliban to win. They won. So that means he came to the United States, may have had family back there. They might have hunted him down trying to get to his family, or any nonsense that may have come up that made him turn against the U.S. But that's still a small number compared to the ones that, how many of them came here? Bring them planes back up again, you die, if you can. Throw that plane up there. Give me a still shot. Look at how many people are that didn't make the plane. Look, these are the people. Look on the right side of the plane. Look at all those people. Once you die, it brings it up. Those people did not make it on the plane. You understand? Damn. Mataraha God said what? An Afghan assaulted a child on a U.S. military base while waiting to be let into the United States. They didn't stop and say, let's see who is a child predator among these people. Big shout out to you. That's a major, major point. Like, they committing crimes and all that. Remember the one that was head of, he was like the head of some big Israeli operation, went and was caught doing child trafficking and took them children. I mean, and the U.S. let him go. Let me tell y'all, they're going to try to reinstitute slavery all over the place. They also said that Donald Trump is trying to encourage the European countries to press harder on immigration against the Latinos. Like, who the hell knows why it's so important to him that immigration be dealt with? Who, in European countries, that ain't even in the United States. But again, the point is, ain't no Afghan being demonized, ain't no Afghan being called a rapist, ain't no Afghan being called drug dealers. Meanwhile, all the opium is coming out of Afghanistan. Ain't not one of them you have never seen a U.S. official ever say they're a bunch of drug dealers. You ain't never see that. But meanwhile, they got poppy fields all over Afghanistan, bringing in that stuff from all over the place. So what are you talking about? Why aren't there any persecution of them? I tell you why, because we the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel, and they will never stop persecuting us until we get into the kingdom of heaven. Then they'll come up off of that. Salaki, I yield, yo.
General, if I could, this is the second cat. Now, I don't know if this first cat was Afghan, but the first cat for sure worked with the United States military overseas. Remember the cat that shot them cops in Virginia? The Arab, he was Middle Eastern. I don't know if he was Afghan or whatever. And that car stop they had, he said, I got a gun and I'm tired of shit. Y'all lied to me. I should have joined Al-Qaeda, XYZ, something. Then he shot them cops. They ended up killing them, but he shot the cops. This is the second time that we know that this has happened. Yeah, when you got them cats over there who joined with the United States military, fought with them over in their country, came over here, ended up having a bad life and wasn't promising them the things they said they was going to get. They lost it, and now here we go. They said this cat here, the recent guy, had mental trauma, mental issues, was seeing somebody for mental issues. So all the things going on as far as money, his family, the whole nine. The second cat that had this happen to. And somebody who fought deeply and sincerely on the side of American forces over there. This last cat was in the CIA, he said, but it was a special unit within the CIA he was working with.
Damn.
They was really getting that on over there.
He was a real super spook.
Yeah.
He was getting it in.
Yeah, somebody said he was part of a hit squad.
Yeah.
Damn, a death squad up there. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's something. Wait. Picard Von Rubin said all of them they turn their own sons gay and call them shy boys, T-boys. Damn. I heard about a lot of that. And meanwhile, they looked at as benevolent Muslims, benevolent, righteous people, all of that. Meanwhile, ain't no call to bring harm to them. And that's why, let me tell you, that's why what's going to happen is just what the Lord said is going to happen in Obadiah. They that are confederate with thee have brought thee to thy border, because they're going to love these other nations, try to bring these other nations in. And watch, in the near future, you're going to start to see them importing poor European whites into the United States. These Edomites starving to death in these Eastern Bloc countries and different countries. Before you know it, they'll be moving them into the ghettos to take over our areas, because that's the whole reason they're holding back all the wealth of America. The reason they're holding back all the wealth of America, because if they open up the gates of the wealth, that means blacks and Latinos going to get the wealth too. So they got to get us out the way before they give the wealth out. Because this way, only white people could benefit from the wealth. That's the mindset these people is in. That's why that Edomite said that too many black people. So he had to pepper spray the boy. He wasn't even on the scene a second. He just walked up to the scene and pepper sprayed that boy on that campus. Simply because the hatred for us makes them do things totally different than they would if this was an all-white country. This was an all-white country, they would be totally different about it. Them Afghanistanians, man, they have no hatred for them. They could be terrorists, drug dealers, whatever. But us, that hatred stays on. And that's why we are fool to believe that we can make this man happy somehow by our constant submission to him. When what we need to do is submit ourselves to the Most High.
That's right.
Give up the other gods. Give up the Arab God. Let me tell you something. Islam ain't under no persecution in America. I just watched on my way here, I watched 2 Al-Aqsa Brigade poultry trucks coming down the street. Al-Aqsa Brigade, they, military armies of the Arab world, making millions in the United States. These religions ain't under no persecution. Ain't nobody hating on them, but you are being hated on. You are being hated on. Let you decide that you are God's chosen people. And what burns me up, black leaders who are in Islam, past and present, always come out and say, you're the chosen people. Do they not? They come out and say all the time, you the chosen people. So it's all BS, man. I yield, man. Y'all want to get in? I don't mean to take up all the time. It's a lot. I yield. Go ahead. You died. What you got? What else you hold?
Come on, sir. These 2 women had big hearts. Sisters die, saving father from Thanksgiving house fire.
Come on with it, brother. Break it down.
Thanksgiving turned tragic for one family in New Jersey. 2 sisters died in a house fire while helping their father escape.
Now, let me tell you. Go ahead. Let's get into it. Go ahead, you dad. Give me more.
Khan, sir. Relatives and neighbors hugged and steeped in shock and heartbreak outside of a burned and uninhabitable home at Mosswood Avenue in Orange. It's where 2 sisters identified as family and officials, 49-year-old Frances Fury and 42-year-old Pondea Fury, died, according to the Essex County Prosecutor's Office. Surrounded by fire, they fought to find and save their father, but the sisters did not come out alive themselves.
Yeah, go ahead. Nice house, too.
The gift of
You keep going, sir.
No sweat. Which is a shame, brother. My understanding of the story is that the father was handicapped. He was handicapped, yet he made it out. They did not make it out. Went in there, tried to save him and deliver him. And I'd like to know how did the Thanksgiving celebration contribute to the fire? You know what I mean? The Lord does not look favorably on these religious holidays. And furthermore, Thanksgiving in particular is a holiday of mass murder. Like, that's a holiday where they mass murdered the so-called North American Indians. And let me tell you something else too. The North American Indians, Edomites survived based on the North American Indians. They didn't know how to catch turkeys. The Gadites taught them. The so-called American Indians taught them how to catch turkeys, man. Turkeys were running wild all over, yet these Edomites were starving to death. They didn't even know how to catch these turkeys so that they could feed themselves.
Right.
So the Gadites had to catch the turkeys for them. That's how turkey got in your Thanksgiving dinner as a regular thing. The cranberry sauce, the Gadites knew to bring them the cranberry kernels. When they got together and eat, they would bring cranberry kernels because the cranberry kernels added like a sweetener to everything. made the meal better. They had corn and other things. And that's how those things got into the so-called Thanksgiving dinner. Of course, they brought potatoes. They grew potatoes. They taught those Edomites how to survive. And just like an Edomite, they turned on them, man, first chance they got and killed and slaughtered everybody they could get their hands on, starting from the Caribbean all the way up through the United States. They have been a murderer since forever. You know what I mean? Like the Lord said, he was a murderer from the beginning. He has been from the beginning, and we have been a fool to think he would be anything but that as he goes on. He's still murdering, still plotting to murder the Latino brothers and sisters. Like every year, there's a new plot to murder more people. Go ahead, Maya.
I was just going to say, if I could sidebar on the same topic, you got to watch a documentary called High Horse. I forget which channel it comes on, but it's a documentary about the original black cowboys and how Esau knew they were black cowboys, black rodeos, black farms, and all that, and how Esau got rid of them and made agreements and stole and cheated and did a ton of things, just like they did the Gadites to black people. And even to this day, they still fighting to get it back. And there's a couple still out there, like they bringing back the black rodeo. My rib went to one a little while ago in Philly. You know, I mean, they got black farms. There's a sister that run a black beef farm, selling beef meat and all that over in Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? In Texas, they got the Black Ranch back as a family that run it. They trying to still get it back, still hold on to it. But the whole story is how racist Esau was. The same, he do the same thing to all the tribes. You know what I mean? Gad, Judah, all of them, the Hispanics, all his promises, and he trick you into believing them for a second, and he always pull that sword out his back, like you say in Psalms, and his heart was drawn swords. It's never a time where you trust him and he does what he says. He always, every time, stab you in the back and steal what's yours and burn up all your stuff because he can't have it.
Right.
So I yield. You know.
Listen, that's why I do not respect a black thief. You not a criminal. You a bad criminal, man. If you black and you try to be a criminal, you is terrible at it. You the horriblest of the worst. They see you coming. You get caught every time. Every time you get caught, you going to jail like it's a revolving door. You understand? You're not a criminal, but that Edomite, that Edomite boy, he gonna come with that humble snake spirit. You understand? Oh, can you help me, please? Some. That Ted Bundy, they said the same Ted Bundy Udiah brought up. I think it was him. Correct me if I'm wrong. He might have been the one with the Volkswagen, though. The Ted Bundy, right? But they had one guy out there would wrap his hand up in a cast. They made a movie about it. Wrap his hand up in a cast and have a big ass sofa or something in the back of the van and ask for some woman to help him in the middle of the night. She go and help. People are not our friends. We should turn to the Lord. And that's why you brothers, man, that go out there and join hands with this man, you unfortunately, you just are a weak man. Only a weak man would have to join his enemy, would have to be in league with his enemy. You're a weak man when you should feel the fervor of the strength of your people and stand in that. I know you got to work a slavery. All of us had to at some time. Pay our bills. Our ribs got to work slaveries too. We know that. And listen, eventually they're going to take that away too. They're going to take everything away. And you're going to be left with having to do it on your own. And once again, for those that's strong, that come out in that wilderness and say, yo, whatever it is, we'll build it right here. For those that have that zeal, that spirit, that they don't care if the other man take from them, they'll go build on their own. Them brothers and sisters, they gonna thrive. But those of you who can't live without that slave master, that can't live without being told, it's gonna be hard on you, man, because the Lord is gonna force it. The Lord is gonna force that hand. It's being forced now. You can't be a Latino now and try to go downtown and sit in the white restaurant and have a steak. have fun, because some Edomites calling ICE on you. Come bring the family, bring your wife, the kids. Y'all be in there. And listen, make sure you speaking Spanish too. Be speaking Spanish around the table and all that while you understand, while you having your steak. Them devils is calling ICE for you. You understand? And listen, and this is a good one. Who is this? Hadar? A big shout out to Hadar. Hadar, you got a good point. Hadar mouth, y'all. Okay. It says, reminds me of the mantra, if you can't beat them, join them. You so right. Like, that's the vibe on this place. When you should, and listen, if you have that mantra inside you, it means you don't trust the Lord. It means you don't believe the Lord will deliver you up out of here. This is about faith, man. Don't ever think for 1 minute it is not. It is about faith. Christ, every person that Christ healed, he asked them, do you believe that I can heal you? And when they said yes, they got healed. Do you believe that the Lord will come back and get you up out of here? Or are we talking fantasy land in your mind? Wake up, man. Wake up.
And what we got to understand as a people is joining them. Like, if we in our minds, if you can't beat them, join them. So be a military, be a good citizen, pay your taxes, this and that. In their mind, you joining them is the coming back to slavery under their foot. That's you joining them. You joining them in the white mind is not being equal to them. It's not being around them on an equal capacity or even being good buddies. They're joining them. To them is you under their foot. That's why the military men came back from those wars, who joined them wars, them brothers, and they was lynched by black people. They thought if they could join them and show white people, I can conform to the American flag. I can do what you do. I can be like you and be civilized. Look at me. I got the same uniform, the same stripes. They said, nigga, put them on the rope. And they put them on the rope because they don't respect you joining them as being equal. They will never see you as equal because that's what Satan then gave this government. They teach us that we are not, again, their things has been turned upside down, like the scriptures say, like Commander General YAHANNA bring out all the time. They didn't turn everything upside down. Like, they didn't taught that we are the nobodies, the filth of the earth, when according to the Bible, they are the ones that's supposed to be on the bottom. So they have a whole different mindset from than we have. That's why the Lord said, two manners of people are in our womb. I'm prophesying in Genesis. 2 manners of people shall be separated from thy bowels. We 2 manners of people, 2 different. No matter how hard we try, we'll never be like them. They are not like us. We are not like them. Even when we try hard to be good citizens in America, we can never be like them, and they'll never accept you as one of them. And so, and again, well, I ain't gonna get to that. I yield, General.
Yeah, no, stay. You die. Let me tell you, you die. Pull me that scripture in the Ecclesiastes. Princes walking on the ground, men riding. This is exactly what General Mayak said. Give it up to General Mayak right there. Yeah, man. Like, now's the time for you to find the Most High deep within your soul and stand with the Most High deep within your soul, because the persecution is going to rise, because this is their last stand to rule the world, and it is coming down hard. And so they're going to want to bring that to us. But you got to be a man that looks at the Most High first, you understand, and begs the Most High for what he wants you to do. And watch, he will deliver you. You know what I mean? He'll deliver you 10 times over. Tell me when you're ready, you die.
Sir.
Here it is. Go ahead.
Come, sir. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10 and verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses.
Right. Servants been on horses, man. They supposed to be serving, but they on a horse trying to get you to submit to serving them. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. And princes walking as servants upon the earth.
And you, the prince, who's supposed to be in charge, you walking on the earth like you're the servant. That's what happens when you serve Thanksgiving. You supposed to be the prince, but instead you like the servant walking on the ground. You trying to celebrate something that's against the Lord, and you create, and now your house burned down. You lose your 2 daughters. You do all that. You understand? Like you hate that brother who say, nah, I ain't celebrating no Thanksgiving. That's about killing the Indians. You mad at him. A lot of you sisters give a brother hell, especially if you have children. That brother be in hell trying to say, look, man, I'm not doing no Thanksgiving. Well, we going to go over to my mother's house and have Thanksgiving. You stay here in this house by yourself. You load the car up with the kids and run over your mother's house or your cousin's house or wherever so y'all can eat a turkey. So you can have a big turkey dinner, something you could do any weekend. And instead, you end up burning down your house and losing your poor babies, man. You understand? Trying to uphold something that God is not with. He's not with it. Read it again for me.
Colonel Wakan, sir. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses.
Right, servants. That's us. I mean, that's them. They were born to be the servants of the earth. Go ahead.
Colonel Wakan, sir. And princes walking as servants upon the earth.
And princes walking as servants on the earth. And let me tell you something, man. You don't have to like your country. You understand? Like it's evil for you to say I'm gonna love America no matter what. If you say that, you have no morals because there are things that America does that makes you not love it. And you should be able to not love it until it changes those things. And if it doesn't change those things, you should be free to not like it, not be persecuted for what you don't like. Like I got to like America or I must be, or I got to get the hell up out of here. So that means America can, the police can pull brothers over, beat the hell out of them, kill us with injustice, mass incarcerate us, starve us to death in the ghetto, pour drugs down on us. And I got to like it or get the hell up out of here. Damn that, man. How the hell I'm going to fix anything if I like it? How am I going to do that? How am I going to say, I love that America's pouring drugs in the ghetto, but I want to fix it? You're a clown. You're a character of a clown. You're not living a real life. What kind of nonsense is that? But that's the witchcraft that's put down on you. So you run and go worship Thanksgiving. You go cook the turkey and all that. When you can cook a turkey anytime. I told brothers in that last lecture, don't wait for Thanksgiving. Go get your table back now. Sit your babies at your table. Don't wait for no Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna let you in right now. Don't do that. You know what I mean? It was a shame, man. He lost his 2 daughters and being handicapped already. So you know he needed their help. He needed their help and lost both of them. And a nice house too, man. Nice brick house, 2 floors. You understand? More than the majority of what black people got. The majority of black people are either renting or living in the projects. So that's a rare blessing to have that house, and then you go have Thanksgiving, putting yourself in that spirit of them, and then getting wiped out. You know what I mean? And that's another. If I could, last point, I'm gonna pass. They had pressed on us Martin Luther King's words, where Martin Luther King said he wanted to be judged by the merits of his character, meaning judged by what he does, not by who he is, not by his skin color. Well, America doesn't want to do that. I'm sorry, Martin Luther King. America wants to judge you because you're black. America don't want to judge you on the merits of your character. They don't give a damn how good you are at whatever you're good at. They want to judge you on the color of your goddamn skin. And you have to like it. You have to like being you have to like going to the interview and they say, okay, because this guy's white, we'll give him 50,000. But this nigga who's twice as good as the white boy, we'll give him 30,000. You better like it. You better smile and thank you, master, and like it to be pushed into that second-class citizen. This is insanity, what's being pushed out of the White House. This is insane, this kind of madness. To think people are going to have to get into a mode where they just got to like, you have to love it. I got to love the decisions of a sociopath, a maniacal maniac. I got to love those decisions. I got to love the decisions of every racist president that's ever sat in the Oval Office. and made racist decisions against us, including child abortion clinics, birth suppression in the South, including mutilation of our women. I gotta love it, including experiments in what's the college over there in Baltimore? John Hopkins doing experiments into making brothers homosexual. I gotta love that. I gotta love that. So I must not be able to love the Bible, because if I love the Bible, I hate all of that. And if I'm human and I'm free, I got a right to hate it.
Right.
I don't have a right to do nothing to nobody. I'm not telling nobody to do that. But I got a right to dislike what I got to like red. I got to like red. Or what? I'm in violation. I got to like vanilla ice cream. I can't decide I like chocolate. You can't decide. No hard. Don't decide chocolate ice cream.
Right.
What kind of madness is going on? I'm not buying none of it. I'm not going to be brainwashed. Damn that. Salaki. I yield. Huh?
Yes, sir. If I could, the water, sir. The water for that, man. Most High in Christ, Commander YAHANNA. Damn right, man. Now, as I listen to Commander YAHANNA break this down, something popped in my head. He taught us a while ago, right? Give me Colossians 2:8. On how you're going to be able to destroy yourself in this land. And how you're going to be able to do it is through another man's philosophy and doctrine. And the Lord said that beware. Beware me, watch out. Look out for it. Don't let this do nothing to you. You understand? Gotcha. Somebody give me either Abad Hayah or you got it for me out, Colossians? You got it? Colossians 2:8. Come on with it.
This is the book of Colossians 2 and verse 8.
Come on.
Beware.
Stop. Say it again.
Beware.
Say it again.
Beware.
The words beware means to watch out. Look out for. Go ahead.
Lest any man.
Lest what?
Lest any man spoil.
Stop. All these so-called man-made holidays is made by what? A man. You look up the history of these holidays, and it tell you a man did that and started these holidays. They don't come from the scriptures in the Bible. Men made this up. Go ahead.
Through philosophy.
Now hold on. It said, "Lest any man do what?
Spoil you.
Do what?
Spoil you.
Say it again.
Spoil you.
The word spoil means to destroy. Like if you got chicken, if you leave the chicken out too long in the heat, it gets spoiled. So watch out for men spoiling you. How? Go ahead.
Philosophy.
Do what?
Through philosophy.
Thanksgiving. Christmas. Easter. All them holidays. There's more. That's how they're going to destroy you. That's the philosophy. Go ahead.
And vain deceit.
Vain means nothing. Deceit means they're deceiving you. You got things that don't mean nothing deceiving you, man. Y'all out there really thinking that having Thanksgiving really is a good day to have. And then you trick your own self and say, well, we just getting everybody together as a family. God damn, like stop playing games, man. You tell your kid to stop playing games. Why don't you stop playing games? They learning it from you. Read.
After the tradition of men.
After the what, brother?
After the tradition of men.
Men started the tradition of Thanksgiving. It don't come from the Most High in Christ. It don't come from the Bible. Christmas is not in the Bible. Ain't none of this garbage you out here celebrating in the Bible, man. They are traditions of men. Look up the history of these things, y'all. Don't believe us. Go fact check what I'm saying. And you're going to find out that men started these things. It has nothing to do with the Lord. So why are you doing it? Go ahead.
Khan, sir. After the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
Not after who?
And not after Christ.
All y'all holler about Christ. Oh, Christ, Lord, please bless this food and all that crap that y'all be saying. You know what I mean? Or blessing, so-called blessing the turkey and the cranberry and the stuffing and everything, right? When Christ ain't got nothing to do with what y'all doing. Matter of fact, he against what you're doing. Because what you're doing is not in the Bible. Christ ain't down with that. And this is what I always wanted to ask the Christians. Because they can never answer this straight. If you say you believe in Christ, did Christ celebrate Thanksgiving while he walked the earth? I want to know that. For all you Christians out there and all the Christians sanctified and XYZ who you claim to be, Did Christ celebrate Thanksgiving while he walked the earth? I yield, sir.
Give it up. That's
And
crazy.
it shows what you love also, man. Like Esau is such a cunning hunter. You understand? He give you the days off, and the days off feel good. Listen, my ribs had a whole weekend, extra 4 days, and it felt good to her. She know it felt good. Now I just watched her relax. I ain't got to stress over the slavery. He give you off. He put the turkey on sale. Now with social media, y'all seeing all type of recipes on how to get that turkey so juicy, how to get the ham all juicy. He create the purpose atmosphere with his witchcraft to make even those of you who say, well, I know what Thanksgiving represent. I ain't doing it. I ain't with that, man. I hate the white man. You think you hate him, but boy, when that feeling come over you and that witchcraft and that Thanksgiving spirit come over you, you can't resist cooking a turkey on that day. Why cook it on that day when there's so many other days? You could have cooked it a month ago. You could have made it juicy 2 months from now. You understand? But the witchcraft is so strong, it tests your spirit. It tests your resolve, man. It tests your integrity. Are you going to stand with Christ? You going to stand with the Lord and appreciate what Christ did for us? Or are you going to fold to the enemies of God, man? It's a true test when these holidays come up. It becomes easier the stronger you are and the longer you're in the truth and the more devout you are to this truth, to the I.S.U.P.K. and to the truth. It becomes easier, but it's a test every year. I've been in here, the general been in here forever. I've been in here, 20, 30 years, and I still feel them demons around the holidays. You understand? But of course, in the UPK, you learn how to battle. You learn how you become good with the sword. You become damn near like you embarrass the demons when they come. The demons come to you, you pull out that sword, that spirit of the Lord give you, you damn near embarrass the demons, trying to put that spirit on you. But it's just a test that you got to be ready for, like General YAHANNA's bringing out, like General Hazard Young's bringing out. You just got to resist because it has nothing to do with the Most High. And it's really just a test for you and the Lord watching you. He watching you and he's seeing how you roll, who you gonna choose, who you gonna stand with. You gonna fold? Well, I'm gonna make a little turkey. I ain't gonna invite nobody over, but I gotta have some stuffing and a little turkey, little cranberry sauce. And now the Lord's seeing who you really stand with. I slack you, sir. I yield.
And give it up for General Maya. That's a good point.
Damn right, sir. Damn right.
Go ahead, Marah.
Kind of a concert, and if I can add on, it's so funny that they hide behind, oh, well, this is a day for the family for Thanksgiving. Well, what's their excuse for Christmas when they throw all the lights up? They got two, because that's back to back. So now it's for the family again.
Yeah.
Or they gonna switch it and say, well, it's for the kids now. Like, it's so funny that that our people, that we find a cloak for every little thing that the oppressor tells us. But if a black man, if we say, well, we believe that Christ came for everybody, that Christ is black and that he didn't come for everybody, and it's in the Bible. Right. We don't even give that a chance. We don't say, well, let's you know what?
Ain't even a consideration.
And ain't for the family. That you don't even look in the Bible to say, well, it could be for us. So let's check it out because it might be for black people. But the Christmas lights and the Thanksgiving turkey, that's for the family. That's for the kids. Back to back, though. Even though you just had a day for the family, now you got another one for the family. Or specifically now just for the kids and the family, which is such a lie, man, if I may, sir.
Come on. Good point. And if I could add one last one before we roll out, Majesty Joseph 233 came so right. Said, and the family don't like each other. Family fights. One brother got unalive because he dug his hands in the food. That's a major point. Like what common sense should tell you that you shouldn't be celebrating holidays like Thanksgiving. First of all, this always rings true in my brain. You got millions of us incarcerated in prison, separated from our families. And those millions of brothers that's in these jails, many of them who are innocent, many of them that made a mistake and was caught and was dragged into the world of selling drugs. That's the majority. And so forth. They don't have no family to celebrate Thanksgiving with. They separated from the family, and their family separated from them. And then the family itself, like Majesty Joseph brought out, the family itself is in a divide with each other. You can't even come together rather than worrying about forcing yourself together on Thanksgiving, why not try to bridge that gap all year and have that dinner at a different time? Like damn near like you need Thanksgiving to force you to come together, because otherwise you would never come together and deal with all the evils that you've done growing up. You understand? So now, why not try to bring brotherhood and sisterhood together without having to have Thanksgiving? That's the real task. Because if you can get that spirit in you and the rest of the family, now you got something. But I'm not surprised that's not the case, because Christ turned around and said, a man's enemies shall be they of his own household. That's reason alone to get rid of Thanksgiving. We come together for high holy days that brothers and sisters in the like mind will get together on. Thanksgiving is not a day that people get together on, because why? It's too much conflict between you, too much hatred between you, totally not in the spirit of the Lord, totally in the spirit of the people who murdered your forefathers and enslaved them. How in the hell is that going to make you come together in any kind of real greatness? It never, ever will. And that's why it hasn't been able to do it to this point. You will not be able to make that work. You know what I'm saying? So,
please. Majesty Joseph said one brother got unalive because he dug his hands in the food.
Yeah.
Good night.
Right. Like that's it. That's it. You put your hand in the food and got killed over that. You come to the Thanksgiving dinner, rivalries going on. You understand? Your dad's new wife, somebody ready to shank her up. You know what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters fighting against each other, fighting for things that happened 20 years ago when you was a child.
Right.
Somebody took your G.I. Joe. You ain't never got over it. Beat the hell out your family member at Thanksgiving with a turkey leg. Halfway kill them. That's what this world does. You know what I'm saying? Right. I.S.U.P.K. Norfolk said, what? Get drunk and start telling secrets. Yep. That's you dead on with that, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, Joe, I experienced that before. As a kid, I was like, what the hell are they talking about?
Right.
Oh, they was going in.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Wow.
Shabayala said, smoke a ton of weed because it gets you going. Big shout out to Bathrawana. Big shout out to Shabaya Allah. Big shout out to I.S.U.P.K. Norfolk. Big shout out to General Malika Alaka. Big shout out to you, General. Big shout out to I.S.U.P. I got Norfolk already. Big shout out to Yahawada. Did I get this right? Hazayan, right? No, Hizabun Yasha Allah. Salaki, if I mess your name up, I'm trying. I'm getting it done. It's tight on this screen right here. Big shout out to Just Art and Pete. Big shout out to Yak C7H. Big shout out to UPK Makwalat. Big shout out to West Philly for Life, 1992. Big shout out to Kana. Is that Ka'an? Oh, I'm messing your name up. I don't even mean to do it. Big shout out to Sister Kamada. Big shout out to you. Who else I got down here at the end? I used to be good at this. Big shout out to Takaya, Sister Takaya Bob. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to Shapat the Walk 144. Big shout out to you. Joe T4K71. You got a shout out tonight. You understand? Landlord and fisherman. I don't know who you are, but big shout out to you. Angel PG7UI. Big shout out to you. Holding us down. Who else did I get? Y'all jump in the chat now while you got me for another 10 seconds. Who else getting in here wants to shout out? I got Just Art and Paint. Big shout out to you. Keenan Anderson. Big shout out to you. Jacob Brown. Big shout out to you. Officer Mada Bar holding it down. Deep South. Big shout out to you. Who I got here? Kazak Wanam. Big shout out to you. Big shout out to Yaquar. Big shout out to you as well. Big shout out to Worthy Joshua. Big shout out to you. Princess Asa. Big shout out to you. Derek Ford. Big shout out to you. Who else I got up in here? George Sanders. Big shout out to you. Zakarwan, One West holding it down. David, what's up, David? David, we got to work on that name. You understand? Big shout out to you. Maria Stevens, big shout out to you. Chris Judd. Oh man, yo, y'all gotta start putting hyphens in these joints or something, man. Help a Hebrew out. Shalak YAHANNA, big shout out to you. DeVale Thornton, big shout out to you. Again, UPK Shalak, big shout out to you. I think I got everybody I can get for tonight, man. Hey, join us every Monday night. We do it up live. I.S.U.P.K.com. I want to thank the team up in here. Officer Morale, Officer Yadiah, Officer Ibad Hayah, Officer my thumb yard holding it down in New Jersey. And of course, the heavy hitters in the building with me tonight. Big shout out to General Ma'akala, General Hazayan, ISUPK.com. Pay your tithes, fam. Passover's coming up. Get that money right. Put them toys down. I'll see y'all next time. Live on the UPK. Shalom.
That's right.
Council on the I.S.U.P.K, reporting live from our drive here at 3353 Glenwood Road. We are here every Sunday from about 2 to 6 p.m. Come on down, get yourself some food, get yourself some clothes. Mom with us talk to us for a little bit. We just want to introduce ourselves to the community, especially here in DeKalb County. Welcome anytime. Shalom.